Okay, I start with opening up the energy field. Bring in light. Then I expand the energy field. Expanding the energy field helps to hold more light in the system. Also, more awareness comes with that as well. And the energy field can always be more expanded. Basically, the goal is to always have a more expanded energy field and then carry more light in the system all the time. And light is pure information. So just higher information. So I'm still expanding. Then I fill up the expanded space with more light. And then I clear surface energies. So surface energies are just energies that are basically floating around the top of your system. So energies you've been exposed to over the last 1 or 2 days, or also emotions. And clearing them just helps to calm the system down more. And also then I'm able to work on deeper layers as well. We remove the surface stuff. And then I also clear surface energies out of the mind. So basically there is always energy flowing through our system. And sometimes it just gets stuck on the mind level, or let's say a lot more energy accumulates at the mind level because we're used to think a lot and to engage in thoughts. And also this energy is not needed. We can just clear it. So it doesn't mean that you won't have any personal thoughts, because personal thoughts are always there. But just this accumulated energy on that level is not needed. Okay, and right away, light is flowing into your system. Just coming in, a lot of light. Comes in through the third eye, and mostly through the third eye. So we just let it flow in. So this is like very, very, very high vibrational light that's coming in. It's entering the system, and then basically it starts working on every cell of the body. So it changes the information also energetically on the cellular level. So that's what's doing right now. I'm assisting it by opening up the energy field more, so that it can also work on deeper layers. And since the energy is now at the moment working on the head, specifically in the third eye, I'm also going to work in that area. So I'm clearing the brain, also from low vibrational energies and also from toxins, metals, energetically. So the brain is an important organ for body functions and also for perceiving this reality, because we perceive it through the brain. It gets filtered through the brain first, and then it's like it gets projected on the outside. So the brain is very important for that. I'm clearing the brain. Then I put healing energies into the brain. And also the energies of love, light, and truth, the highest vibrations. Then I open up the central energy channel. The central energy channel is located in the center of your energy field. So it goes from the root to the crown chakra. And this is also where life energy flows through our system. So life experience is basically life energy flowing through our system, and we experience it then with the senses, emotions, then also thoughts are coming in. So the whole experience is actually happening internal, and then it's reflecting into our consciousness on the outside, if you want to say it like that. But everything is actually happening on the inside. And we mostly experience the outside, and then one day, eventually, it can come gradually, or it can happen just in an instant, that we only experience the inside. So everything is just switching around from the main experience being on the outside to the main experience being on the inside. But life energy is always flowing on the inside anyways. And we want to have as much as possible life energy flowing. And life energy flows best when the system is open and when blockages are cleared. Always more life energy can flow. And then basically what's happening is life experience is all about having experiences. So an experience comes up, which is an energy with information, just passes through our system. Then we experience it. It stays for a little while. Some experiences stay longer. Some experiences leave the system quite quickly. Then the next one comes in, the next one comes in. So it's a constant unfolding of experiences in the present moment. And this mechanism that creates the past and the future, which the experience of the past and the future is real, although past and the future doesn't exist. It's just because a mechanism in the system is there that's making us experiencing that. And this starts breaking down over time as well. So maybe sometimes you go through your day and like there's just no sense of what time it is, or just things are just unfolding. And this is, you know, when you really tap into that flow. And then past and future are already like, they start to collapse a little bit, but then in the end, when this mechanism is fully gone, then there is not even a possibility to tap in past and future. It's just gone. So even the possibility, the experience of it is gone. Okay. And by doing this work, this is happening anyways for you. Then I'm accelerating your life energy so that you have more energy flow. To help it to flow more. So it flows from the root to the crown chakra, falls back down in like half circles, and then flows up again, falls back down all directions, flows up again, and so on. So it's a constant flow. And then I open up energy channels so that more light can enter the system, because we're going to fill up your light with your system with as much light as possible. So top of the head is the first energy channel. I'm basically clearing first. Then I expand it. Same with the forehead. Clear it. Then expand it. Then back of the head. Clear it. And also expand it. Then next is throat chakra. I clear surface energies out of the throat chakra. Same out of the heart chakra. And then solar plexus. And also expand these chakras. So throat first, expand it. Heart. Solar plexus. And then I do the same on the back. So clear first the back of the throat chakra. Back of the heart chakra. Back of the solar plexus. Also expand those three. And then I connect it directly to the light of the Divine Mother. through the top of the head, the forehead, back of the head, throat chakra, back of the throat chakra, heart chakra, back of the heart chakra, solar plexus, and back of the solar plexus. And then also I pull a cocoon of light on top of your system down to your feet. And let Divine Mother's light fill up your system for the next 2 minutes. And if you still feel tension somewhere in the body, you can now just let it go. If that's possible for you. So basically just let the tension go. Relax the body more. And if it's not possible, don't worry, just allow it to be there. It basically does something very similar. So allow the tension to be there. Maybe if there is background noise or other disturbance happening at the moment, just allow it. It helps the system to relax more, the body to relax more. More light can enter the system. So just see here, there are little things holding on to either disturbance that's there at the moment or just certain little things that maybe happened just before this meditation, or something is just there. I'm just clearing it so that there is less disturbance of that sort. And you can just be more present, relax more. I mean, maybe you can feel it yourself when you relax more. More light comes in automatically. More light can come in. Then I work on a nervous system. So basically how to refine the nervous system, that your system can hold more light and higher levels of consciousness and perceive energies. So every system perceives energies in a different way, but just that you can, and maybe also a bit more intense than you do at the moment. So some people experience energy as light, some people as vibration, some people as only information. It's very different. Everybody's very different. If you don't feel anything or perceive anything at the moment, don't worry. It just means your system needs a little bit more time, be more exposed to a transmission, and then it will adapt, and then eventually you can feel it or perceive it in the way your system can. So first I'm going to clear the nervous system. Then I'm healing the nervous system. Then strengthening the nervous system. Then I expand the capacity to hold more light and high levels of consciousness. Then I open the chakras, crown chakra first, third eye chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral chakra, and root chakra. And again, there is at the moment a lot more light flowing into the system. So just let it flow for a little bit. So basically, when there is so much light in our system, we are in such a high vibration that when we look and clear low vibration energies, we're basically not really disturbed by them. You know, we are in high vibration. The low vibration stuff can just go. We stay in this high vibration, so it doesn't really affect us. It doesn't have to at all. So we don't have to suffer or anything just because we're clearing the system. It's not necessary. It might happen sometimes, you know, sometimes it's just maybe necessary to see certain things or go to a certain experience. But most of the time, it's not necessary. It's just old stuff we are clearing, old stuff that's not processed, and that's limiting us. Okay, then I start clearing. So I use the chakras as a representation of energies in your system. Basically, the energies can be cleared anywhere. So when I clear, let's say, second chakra, the energy can also be cleared out of the shoulder because maybe it's stuck in the shoulder. So just saying. Okay, I start second chakra with the energy of anger. I start clearing anger. And also me speaking out loud the word multiple times is a way of clearing. So I clear anger. So specifically anger towards siblings or towards people who were very close to you when you were young, like siblings. So maybe like really good friends or neighbor kids. So there is like this anger, because they got more attention than you did. So there's anger around this. There is anger. And also then later on in life, when somebody else got more attention than you did and you felt left out, or you felt not seen, and maybe you still do, because it's still manifesting. It's just the same old energies, just manifest in a different way. So as a child, it was attention from parents, and now maybe it's attention from, I don't know, your work colleague or a customer, or yeah, just somebody around you. So the energy is the same, just the reflection changes. Okay, I clear anger for feeling left out and feeling not receiving the attention you're supposed to receive. So I clear that. I cleared in heart chakra. So heart chakra is always the identification. So I'm important too. I'm important too. I am important as well. I'm important as well. I'm important as well. I'm important. Please see me. I'm here. Please see me. I want to be seen. 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 I want to be heard. I want to be heard. So in hearing, I want to be heard. I want to be heard. Yes, clear that. I want to have attention. I want to have attention because I'm important. And this is basically the typical ego structure. It's also a survival mode. So on the like core layer, it's just a survival mode. I don't want to die. So this is basically what it is. It's just a different level. So it manifests a bit differently, especially as children. We need to be seen. We need to be loud. We need to be heard so that, somebody looks after us. But this then stays, this ego structure, and just stays till now. Even, so I don't know, it depends if your ego is already dissolved or not. It really depends. If it's still there, it's just an ego structure, we're clearing it. If it's dissolved, the structures around the ego, they're still there. So they also need to be cleared. Mostly they just, because they play into, let's say, into the nothingness. So eventually they can dissolve themselves, but they're also there. So they need to be cleared either when the ego is already still intact, or afterwards. It doesn't really matter. It just needs to be cleared anyways. So any stage, being in any stage, yeah, it's all about clearing these structures. Okay, again, I'm important. Then again, second chakra, anger towards everybody who didn't see you, or who dismissed you, or didn't see your value, your worth. Again, it's all ego structures, because on the level of what we really are, so our true nature, the beingness, the pure beingness. So I'm not talking about a being, but being, the state of being. In that state, we are full, we are perfect. There's just everything there all the time. Like we don't need anything from the outside, or nobody needs to tell us that we're awesome, or we don't need the attention from anybody. It's not necessary because everything is already there. So because we don't have access to that yet, or not fully, and the ego doesn't have access at all, of course, it just needs this attention. It needs to be important. So again, the anger, I clear the anger. Second chakra, anger. I'm angry, heart chakra, and identification again. I'm angry towards everybody who didn't see me, who didn't pay attention to me, who was mean to me, who didn't see my value, who didn't see my worth, who didn't express that I'm important to them. So I clear that. It's all not needed, because everything is already there on the core level. I know not everybody has access, but we definitely don't need these structures. Okay. Then behind the anger, like similar energy, it's just a bit more lower vibration, is the hate. So when it was very intense, it also became hate. So the anger became hate. I hate you, in that kind of way. You don't pay attention to me. You don't think I'm important. And it refers really to every person in our life. So every person that triggered that in us. And also situation. So I clear those energies as well that were triggered by, we were in a certain situation and then they were triggered. Basically, they were triggered and they didn't pass through fully, and that's why they're still here. So what I said in the beginning, when the life energy flows through our systems, right? So when our system is open and life energy flows, then, for example, we might have an experience of somebody treating us in not the nicest way or doesn't pay attention, let's say it like that. And maybe anger arises, right? So we're angry, but like for a few minutes, because then the next experience comes up, and then the anger fully leaves the system, and then the next experience comes up, and we even forget that we were angry. But we were probably angry before for a few minutes, or maybe a half an hour or an hour. But when this is not happening, which for most systems is just not, or not yet, the energy gets stuck. We push it down because we don't want to feel it, or we don't let it go. So we just go into it over and over again, then just stays in the system. Okay. And then there is fear, root chakra. I clear fear out of the root chakra. So the fear around not being important, especially towards people who are important to us. So I can definitely see that at a younger age, parents, family members, so very important. Even though the family member, let's say there was a family member that didn't treat us right or was abusive, we still saw it as very important that they like us, that they see us, that they give us attention. This is just a very natural thing for the human, for a survival. It's a survival mode, just in a different layer. So when I clear this fear, root chakra, I'm clearing the fear out of the root chakra of not being important, of not being seen, of not giving the attention. So I clear the fear out of the root chakra, clear fear. And then in general, the energy of anxiety. So fear is an energy, but the anxiety is really when it's felt in the body, you know, like these impulses or these waves of anxiety when something fearful is happening, for example. So I clear that too, just the memory out of the cells. on an energetical level, to just an energetical memory. Okay, and then heart chakra, identification. So what can I do? What can I do? What can I do to get more intention? What can I do to get more attention? Sorry. What can I do to get more attention? What can I do to get more attention? What can I do to get more attention? What can I do to be seen? What can I do to be seen? What can I do to be seen? What can I do to be recognized and to be admired even? What can I do? What can I do that I'm more important than I feel right now? What can I do that I'm more important? What can I do that I'm more important? And always, so I'm always shown when I clear this first, it comes in at a very, very young age, and it's really just survival mode. So we have that as a baby or a toddler, so that, yeah, basically adults are keeping us alive. So it's a very natural unfolding, let's say it like that, in our in the young age, but it's not needed anymore. So I'm going to work on the timeline now, and I'm clearing the energies from the timeline. So the timeline is basically just that we understand that it happened at a younger age, but the energies are in your system at the moment. So it's always in here. Everything's here. Okay. So I clear now the first time the energy came into your system and then got stuck, that you felt you had to be seen and be important. Spirit. And then I cleared 2 more times when this was very present in your life. Could be also a very older age, just when these energies are very present. So second time or first major event when it was just very present. Spirit. Then another time when it was very present. And then I see it being very present, let's say at a younger adult age, when we wanted to show people that now through doing, so we wanted to show people that we can accomplish things or be good at certain areas, let's say work or studying or something like that, or it manifested the total opposite, rebellious energy, same energy, just manifested in a different way. I want to be seen and I want to be important. Yeah, so I also cleared out of that frame of, so it's very different for everybody here, but I can see it between basically for everybody 15 and 25. So some was already 15, most 18, 23. So I just clear this whole time frame. I heal it first. Spirit. And then the misunderstanding, this is just something we learned. So this is on the mind level. We have to be loud, we have to be seen, we have to, stand out, to be important, to be special, to be noticed, all of that. It's just something we learned, conditioning. We need to like achieve specific things, or we need to be in a certain way, to be seen. And then also to get what we want. So we can't just get what we want as we are right now. We have to be in a certain way that we get what we want. So I'm also clearing that. So we have to be louder or more quiet or smarter or, I don't know, be faster in running, earn more money, whatever it is. Just clear it. Also, I'm clearing the concept, what it means to do good in life, to be successful, because society and parents, they have a different understanding of success. Of course, also like it's also their conditioning and how they grew up, and also every generation, you know, has a different conditioning around that. But in the end, yes, we are conditioned, but in the end, it's very personal. What success means for every individual, it's very, very personal. Like you can't, like this, what the society does gives us ideas what success means. It's so general, but in the end, it's really very, very individual, like everything else. Everything is very individual. We are all souls here. Some of us had a lot of incarnations. Some of us had a few less. Some of us have, yeah, I mean, all of us have learnings, just very different kind of learnings. We have to go very different through different kind of experiences. So how can we all like do the same and want the same? It's actually weird when you think about it. But this is just how it is. This is just how we learned it. And now we're basically freeing ourselves from that, because we want to step into our personal highest truth and have access to our true nature with everything we can access from there. So I guess I always say it's the potential that's there. So it's already there. We just need to get rid of everything that's in the way of it, right? Okay. So open up the energy field more. Bring in more light. Then I also expand the energy field more. We just want to have more light in our system. And also the more expanded the energy field is, like I said before, the more light is in our system and also more higher information, and we can access that then. This is just then very naturally there for us. So I guess we can say we get wiser. But basically it's just more information is accessible. Okay. So then a clear resistance. It's always a very important one. Second chakra. Resistance, 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 a clear resistance. So first, towards people who wanted to limit us. I mean, we're already limited enough, right? And then there were people like, don't do this, don't do that. So resistance towards that, because we felt it's actually not our highest truth, but they told us certain things we need to do, and we did them, especially when we were younger. And a lot we still do out of fear, out of habit, out of just conditioning, and we don't even think about it. We might feel underlaying, okay, it's actually not what I want to do. I mean, maybe you feel it like the resistance being there and very present, but you still do it. You do it, even the resistance is there. Yeah. So we clear the resistance. We clear the resistance because the resistance is just like it. Let's say it's a little bit veiling us so that we don't see clearly and can't make clearer choices or better choices for us. So clear that. I clear the resistance. So in the end, it's always resistance towards life. Because, you know, if a person tells us something, you need to do this or that, it's just, again, it's a mirror. It's just mirroring something in us. It's triggering something in us. And then we work around this to not feel the resistance or to not feel low vibrational emotions because we don't want to feel them. So we do very weird things sometimes. And it's just as simple as clearing these energies to have more clarity, and then we just see what we really want, what really resonates with us, and then we can make better choices. And better choices help us to free ourselves from limitations. So I clear more resistance. So on the core level, towards life unfolding. So resistance towards life unfolding, resistance towards life unfolding, resistance towards life. Then other layers, resistance towards people who are limiting us, even though we always have the choice not to limit us, that they can't limit us, but we allow them to. Basically, that's what we do. Otherwise, they couldn't. But we allow. Just, again, because we learned it, because of habit, because we think we need to. Various different ways. Okay. So there is an energy coming in with peace, inner peace. So peace is coming in. It just helps to quiet down the system more. It gives automatically more clarity. There's just less going on then, especially, so now it's coming in, it's integrating. And when the inner peace is manifesting more and more, also then the silence can come forward. So this total clarity in the silence is this clarity then as well. Being fully undisturbed by anything that's happening, even though there are emotions, there are triggers coming up and all of that. But if we have access to that, or if we have access to that energy, or that energy is there for us, then it's on the core level, it's not disturbing us. More on the surface level, maybe. So inner peace is coming in. And maybe you can feel that when the peace comes in, like it's actually relief for the system. So it's like, oh, I don't need to carry all this heavy stuff. There's just peace. It loves peace. The system loves peace. And this is not an emotion. It's an energy with the information of peace. And this is actually really fascinating because on the one hand, we have emotions. Emotions are energy. And when we feel emotions, we feel it in our whole system, right? And they make us feel in a certain way. But when the system is clear, we can access in various different ways. So eventually by ourselves, before now, for example, in this session or through a video, whatever, we can just access these energies and they come in and they bring, for example, now the peace. So we feel the peace, but it's not our emotion. I mean, that's quite incredible, right? It's just higher information. So our system perceives higher information. We can feel it in the body, but it's not an emotion. And now with this peace, there is more clarity there. And this clarity will help distinguish many different things. So first of all, what's serving you and what not. Also, what's coming from the ego and what's coming from your higher truth or an ego structure that still needs to clear itself out, needs to be cleared out. It basically helps you to observe yourself more or to understand your system more. Then I clear more anger. Second chakra, I clear more anger. I clear more anger for the fact, okay, that we are getting veiled when we have this incarnation. So when we come in, we're getting veiled. So there's just a little bit anger there. Even though we know that's gonna happen and we're fine with it, we signed up for that, right? But there is still, emotions are just heavy. Emotions are not so easy to feel for some people, especially for very sensitive people. Emotions are really heavy. It's just part of this experience. Emotions. And there's just anger that it's so heavy sometimes. And that it's so hard work to have emotions and to work through emotions and yeah, to stay in them for a while, especially low vibrational ones. And there is anger for that fact. So I clear the anger. So it's a very core level anger. I clear it. And I just get like the information from the soul level. That this is what the soul is working towards. It's working towards life experiences. So from multiple life experiences, but towards life experiences where emotions or higher vibrational emotions are more experienced versus lower vibrational emotions. So this is basically what the soul is working towards. And I mean, we are very much on the top on top of that, because we're already working on all of that and have access to higher vibrational emotions. We know how to access them. We know how to connect the system. So that's really good. But I'm just getting this information that this is something underlaying. So for every soul journey, of course, it's very individual, but this is like an underlaying goal. So I'm strengthening the soul. I basically just give it more energy. It has a lot of energy, but I'm just giving it more. So that, just for our soul journey in this life experience, that there is more energy available. So I'm just charging it basically. And I clear a little bit resistance towards the charging. I can't even see it. I just see the resistance. So I don't see specifically, or this wouldn't make any sense towards the charging, but just this, the resistance from the system. Oh yeah, now I see it. It's like, because we're just, the system, how do I say it? It's more used to lower vibrational energies, so it's easier to tune into lower vibrational energies than high vibrational ones. And it's also a habit, basically. It's a habit of the system. And that's why there's this little bit of resistance, because I'd rather stay in the habit, I'd rather stay in the known, right? So that kind of way. So clear the resistance, again, second chakra. Then I charge the soul more. More light is coming in general, and the soul has, I mean, it was always connected. It's always connected to the highest lights anyways, highest divine lights. But I just see also this connection is more strengthened now through that. So the, maybe if you see it, I mean, I just see it, or maybe you feel it on the soul level. There is a lot more light coming in now as well. This automatically brings in more trust towards life and life experience. Also towards, the unfolding of life experience. So that it unfolds in the best possible way for you. There are certain circumstances in everybody's lives, of course. We have to go through certain things, certain experiences, but from that perspective, where you at, so where every individual is at, the best possible outcome you're getting. Yes, and this can mean that you are already in a very awesome life experience. It will just get better. It can mean that you are at the moment in an experience that's really hard, so either for the physical or emotionally, but just know the energy is there, and whatever you're going through, you will get the best possible outcome of that situation. And then I fill up your energy field with high vibrational healing energies. So much got cleared today. And we fill up your system with high vibrational healing energies, love, light, truth, trust, joy, abundance, and health. Okay. We are finished.